I'm not sure which roughly. I don't even know where to start with this actually.
I don't even know where to start.
So, this is kind of like a lot's different now. Like, when I started filming my life, like fucking over 20 years ago now, like as a daily thing, not every day filming beer growing and shit like that, but like just getting out there and wanting to film. And like back in the day, I'd be like, I love video editing, and if you want to edit something, you need to film something. If you want to film something, you're going to have to produce something. If you want to produce something, you might have to direct it, star it, you know what I mean? It all becomes together as one. But I love video editing, and that was always my interest. And, you know, this little video is now, is like, it's so easy now for me to go, right, took that picture, took that video, do that, hit Bluetooth, it goes to my computer. Might have to wait a while, do you know what I mean? But like, it gets there. Like, so, I mean, I would say wait a while, depends how much you filmed. Same with the camera. This camera I'm filming on right now. Jack it in, drag, drop. It's fucking easy. You might have technical issues, you know what I mean? But again, if I fuck this up right now, I could go back in there like and film it. So basically, when I first started getting into it, like honest to God, fuck me. Like, you had home VHS, and what a lot of people used to do back in the day, if the tape didn't come out and it was the size of a VHS, you know what I mean? If you had anything small like high 8, you'd probably just take your camera, plug that in, like unedited, unfiltered, burn it, well not even burn it, record it onto a VHS and store it. And that's how your home videos pop up, and they're all on VHS. Like, the originals are long gone. Especially if you got high 8, because like high 8 was quite a big advancement, because you had the shoulder mounted cameras, and I've still got one of them in the attic, but like, you're going around the batteries and all that, and can't hear anything because one eye, you know, you're partially blind and partially deaf with these cameras, and it's just crazy. And like, I remember like home videos, and you get, and I always wanted to edit. I was always fascinated because like my granddad was big into filming, like, but my granddad would like film something and put the typical camera and just roll it on your shoulder, and like, he'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? Can you not chop that out? It's like, no, it's on a VHS now, it's preserved. And like high 8, when I started filming, it was on high 8, and even high 8 you couldn't put on cameras. And like, the other day, for the first time in a long time, I think since I filmed the movie Branches, and we had to sort of go back through the archive and see, it was like a miss. There's some bits in the archive of Better Knife here that have just been missed, either misplaced and total, gone forever, poof, gone, or hidden at the end of tapes. Because like, if you filmed on a tape, like, you could just stop recording there, click back, and then you can even touch screen with your finger and go, right, oh yeah, it looks fine. Right, what else? Back in the day, you'd be like, you wouldn't want to fucking rewind it. You'd be like, can you wind that back and see what, hang on a minute. Fucking flatten the battery. And like, you'd be like, ugh. And if you got a tape break, especially if you're working on code and the real code's going, if you stop filming, you might find out like, oh yeah, it's the end of the tape. Well, no, it's not. Like short play, long play, the tape could be half an hour longer, you not realise. So you had all them elements to take in, especially with losing footage over the years. So, like, again, going back to the whole drag, drop, or even just go, boop, get a signal, say for example, like that. It's on YouTube, done, dusted, there you go. Like, Christ, man. Like, even editing, people are like, filter on, Snapchat, TikTok, dance in front of the fridge, you know, drop your phone, whatever. We're talking 20 years ago here, so this is how old school you have to get. When mini DV came along, they were the cameras. You had an hour, maybe long play, depending on your camera, like, depending on your battery life as well. You know what I mean? Because you've got mechanisms, motors, reel and tape. You know what I mean? Good cameras, again, sound quality. You like, if you had a high 8, you'd be like, what's that? No, it's a tape. Well, right, okay, so anyway. So what you have to do is you have to get the camera. You would go out there and you would film something. You want to direct something and all that. You know what I mean? You're a victim to the elements. There's no additional microphones. There's no, like, you could have a light on your camera. But again, you hit that light on, it's just like, right, got 10 minutes to film. What's the matter? The battery light's flashing. What's the matter? Then you get home and you fucking realise it's got the date stamp. You press that button. I thought it was the light. No. Like, date stamp. You know, when you see You've Been Framed, you used to always have the date stamps burnt. Like, take it off. Anyway, But no, you go out there and film it. So like recently, and hopefully what I'm going to do now is overlay what I'm talking about. And hopefully I might pop back, I might not pop back, it's all about the edit. So now you have to boot up your computer. And you would have to have what they call a firewire. Like a firewire is not something you get on a standard fucking computer. So it was something you would either have to get added, or when technology jumped around a bit more, you could actually get a laptop that has it. And so you get this firewire, and then there you go. You can't find your fucking firewire. It's not like a common thing when you go to the shop. You need this firewire. So you jack your firewire into your camera and you jack it into your hard drive, and then like that's starting. Like, first off, make sure you plug your camera in. So anyway, you open it up, and you would have to open it up like on Windows, pop your tape in, open it up, get it ready, and then you would hit copy or import or capture. Best word is that for capture. So then you have to basically, and I know this is going to shock a lot of people when I say this, right? If you've got an hour tape, right, let's say for a full hour, and maybe if you want to go 10 minutes, you'll have to wait. And people are like, what? And you'll have to wait till it happens in real time. So essentially you relive your life. So for example, if I was doing this right now, no matter how long I talked for, say for example it's a 10, 15 minutes, or I just don't shut the fuck up and this ends up being 40 minutes long, we're talking a full 40 minutes. That's phase one. We're talking old school. We're talking old school. If you want to preserve footage from 20 years ago the best possible way, you need to be patient. So you need to be patient on a couple of things. So one, it's going to upload. Now, it might encounter problems. You might get a tape break. You might get pixelated. And when a tape breaks on a digital camera, you'll have lines across your face. The audio might go all over the place. And you can run it back and you maybe fix it, but then you'll not have a continuous thing and it gets complicated. So anyway, like, once you're happy with it and you get a cutoff point. Now, it's normally best if you can import something 15 minutes at a time, because a big file comes in. You can sort it out, and like stuff like people don't give a lot of credit to, stuff like Windows Movie Maker from back in the day was great at nip and tuck, and then you need to render it. Now you have to wait again, like literally. So depending on how big the file is, it'd probably take, depending on your computer, it could take exactly the same amount of time to bounce it down. It could take shorter, could take long. Your laptop might go to sleep. You might fall asleep, and then you can edit it. After you've transferred it, because normally you've done it on a different computer. So if you wanted to take a 10-minute video, by the time you rewound that tape, got it set, jacked it all in, boot up the laptop, pressed that, went and did what you did, came back, took that off, rendered it, then you can edit it. That's how long. So like now, when people are doing stuff on YouTube, in the house and whatever, right? Say for example, when I did the Abraham videos recently, there was a couple of issues, errors, mistakes, voices. Grab the camera, change my voice, you know what I mean, quick clip, pressing the button on the Hoover for example, bang, plug it in, drag drop, green bar, bang, it's in there, edit, done. Back in the day, that 5-minute quick job could take up to an hour, just depending, getting the camera's flat, you know what I mean. And that's what that blows my mind. I mean, now there's so much terabytes and stuff like that of footage. And like the old school tapes, the other day I was putting stuff on it, and I seen stuff in these edits the other day that I haven't seen probably in about 15-20 years, and like I'll be watching it and going, fuck me, I didn't even know that exists. It's almost like there was an edited like a reel about 15 minutes of random footage, and it would have just been me pissing around back in the day. It's got transitions in, I fucking hate them, I hate the font, I have no kind of consistency of order. And you'd be watching it and you go, oh yeah, that, and then all of a sudden I'd be like, whoa, what the fuck, I don't even remember filming that. And like, I think one of the things what got us was Raoul. There's a really old skit of me and Raoul just running around the house again back in the day when I was going, right, we need to run to this room, then do that and do this, and then, you know, and there's video footage of Raoul reacting to it, and I was like, fuck me. Like, oh. But yeah. Again, just sitting there, just checking some tapes, you know, we're in lockdown 3 and I was just doing that, and like the whole idea of like how easy everyone's got it now. Drag, drop. Not like, where's that firewire cable at? Right, I'll see you in the outtakes. So yeah, that rant was pretty much meant to be short actually, but it wasn't, was it? Went on for ages. But again, it's kind of like, for me now, like years later, anything I probably talked about from years ago is just, you just can't find it on the internet. It's one of those things. It's not that it's on the tape and it's not there. It's there. I just find the right time to do something with it. Because again, it's easy enough to like it's easy enough for me to rant and go like as an editor, right? Like these videos aren't exactly hard for me to edit. Some people do find them hard or whatever. Start, end, master, upload, doof. You know, back in the day, you couldn't afford to do this. You couldn't afford it for a couple of reasons. Mini DV tapes were about 25 to £20 a 5-pack of tapes. 5 packs of tapes is 5 fucking hours. So as me, is back in the day, like at first I learned the hard way by going, right, you just film the best of this, then you chop it down, then you chuck it back, or like again, storing stuff. I probably should have went to this in the main rant. Like the whole idea of uploading the files and then mastering them stuff, where the fuck do you store them? Because again, 15 years ago, external hard drives were not available. There might have been if you had like loads of fucking money like Scrooge McDuck, but they just weren't available. And again, your home computer, get footage in there. What happens if your computer breaks? Like I've always talked about my Spain footage. And talking about the Spain footage, after living in Spain for nearly 6 months, came back, put all this footage through my computer broke. And the first tape, the first time I was there, got stuck in the DV camera in the same incidents. And I waited for the camera to come back for nearly 6 months. It's not a fucking joke, it's well documented. And the tape came back, snapped in half, with do not use. Here you go, sellotape, skimmed it on, chucked it in the thing, give it one run through the camera. It didn't break the tape. I've got the footage except for some proper ickly bits. And it preserved, you know, but you just couldn't afford it. You couldn't afford to store it, and then you didn't want to sacrifice the footage you filmed. So for example, if you were going out to film something or a band or something like that, you'd be like, well yeah, I can do it. I mean, it's hit or miss, especially if you want the footage stored. But yeah, it's just life really. Oh, see, old technology. Oh dear, it's going to be one of those nights. So here's a little outtake for the VHS. It's not even VHS, it's definitely an outtake because it's for mini DVs. I'm in the attic today and sorting a few bits out. So get ready because the big camera I was on about, I'm going to get that down just for this outtake. But yeah, I've got some old cameras here. Like that, wow, that one. Yeah, I always kept my cameras, they're always lying around. Top load of that one, that was quite handy for, you know, because like, again, as you've seen the camera I'm using, flip it over, open it up, put the tape in. That one was a top loader. As I say, zoom. Battery life, night mode. That was quite good actually because I had night mode on. That's pretty good. I could take a memory card back in the day. But yeah, so there's that one, and then there's this one. These look identical, don't they? Again, especially when you're trying to do music videos back in the day, you just need as many cameras as possible. So you would even buy quite a few of these. One of these was a loaner from Foster's and Concert. They were always good. It was actually Foster's because like one of me could be big camera, bro. What's over there? Actually, I'll actually show you the ones from like the graveyard. These have just ended up in the loft. That one's actually got a tape stuck in it. So to be honest with you, fuck knows what's on that, and even if that can come out. I've got a screwdriver lying around. I can see if I can actually get that out. That's actually got a tape stuck in it, so fuck knows what's on the footage. Do you know what I mean? So that's just a thing. It's just a thing. Like you can get a corrupt file these days, but like at least with tapes, they're a little bit more indestructible, so they can go back upstairs. This is one of the main ones. I had 2 of these. Ned has probably got rid of his by now. I give Ned one of the ones, but these are the big ones back in the day. You put fish eyes on, you can have really good zoom on it. You know, you can what's it getting there? I was kind of surprised it's still got its battery on that one. Long gone. I mean, that's, you know, when they ran out, that was it. Big screen, rewind, memory. They were starting to get there. Yeah. Here's my life filmed on. That was the original. It's fucking missing a bit there. It's just corroding. Yeah, there's that one, and then obviously more famously one, 2 that I broke recently. That's that's now a fucking display. That was one of my first mini DV high definition cameras. That it's been smacked by a fucking graboid. But yeah, it's fucked. And then it's in the graveyard on display. But this is still working. I actually fell down the hill and cooked that in New Zealand right now. I find it amazing my dad's got lost in his own back garden. I'm not lying. Are you a bit lost?
Oh no, I know where I'm going. I'm just gonna get there.
He's lost. I've fell on my camera. I've cracked my phone screen and fell on my camera in the same day.
Or did we? Before we fixed it.
The zoom's a bit
Funny.
bit funky. So yeah, camera was pretty fucked. Me and my dad glued this together and it's been working ever since. I mean, it's on its last legs. I've been keeping an eye out for one of these, but again, something I'll do eventually. There's no, well again, look at the, got the big camera going. That's on standby if I need another angle. I mean, if you look at Theodora, like that camera and this camera were the ones that filmed the main shots, so you know what I mean. Again, drag, drop, memory cards. But yeah, it was fucking weird actually because travel insurance, we paid for travel insurance because we're going the other side of the world, right? And the amount of fuck on, right, that were trying to go right, left, right. And I says, you know what? I'm fucking sick of this. I could have got that replaced with the travel insurance, but there were such pricks about it. And Brit was really cool as well because she went to Curry's because I had bought it from Curry's. You know, I had the whole, you know, traced it back to where it came from, and they're like, well, you know, like the cameras they're getting. I was like, just fucking stop it. Right, so there'll be another outtake later on once I've got the big camera down. We'll have a look at the big camera. And you've seen everything else just lying around. I don't think I'm going to get that tape out. That's probably why I left it like that. So yeah, next outtake. Hello, in the outtakes for the mini DV video. I just want to put another outtake in there. So once again, when I was talking about as a kid, when you want to film something, if you want to film something, you're going to have to probably be in front of the camera, and then you need to worry about stuff and lights and stuff. And then you just go around trashing the place, going, right, going to need that, take that off the wall in there, possibly break it on putting it down. That's an original Running Man poster, by the way. And just stuff everywhere. You have to write scripts. You then need props. You've then got to plug it in your computer and upload it. But just in the background there, that is Vampire Mike all the way in America. We're doing a crossover video. This is what I'm filming this for. And you know what I mean. He's filmed that, sent me that, got it. It just poof, gone. Hello, I've got it. Next outtake. Here's an outtake there. Takes ages to rewind the tape. That was an over exaggeration. It's been going for like at least 43 seconds. I can see that on the film reel of this camera. Well, digging in the attic's proven like valuable. Not only have I found my registration for my car, which I've been looking for, I actually found my birth certificate. 7 James Mason, born on the 26th of April 1983 at 4:20. That explains a lot. 420 child. Anyway, old passport there as well, you know. So anyway, found some funny things. First off, back to that tape. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So there's another lost tape. That's totally bamboozled. Imagine that. Look at that. I mean, look at that. You couldn't predict this video, right? That's from Macro. $4.99 for Hello Diana. Like if you're gonna do a Twin Peaks like montage and your dictaphone. Hello Diana. So yeah, that was fun. But yeah, the big camera. It's all bagged up still. There we go. So back in the day, again there'll be no sneaky with this. You're gonna know that you're on camera. So the lens needs fixing on again. It's just been shoved in the bag. But like you literally like this. Weighs a ton. Takes VHSs, TV2, VHS, high quality. Mics on the front. You know, you've got your zoom button at the side. But you know, you'll all be like, when you see them running, and it's like, you know what I mean, because you're off balance. But yeah, you can always spot somebody filming like that, like the end of Bodyguard. Oh, it's Pencilhead! You know, or Needle Dick, whatever you want to call them. Right, so yeah, that should be the end of this VHS. I mean, look at that, man. It's proper padded. Pride and joy. Get in there. Yeah, should be the end of the video, I think. I don't know. Could be, might not be. Still got loads to film this afternoon when it comes to all the inserts and shit like that, but yeah. Now, just, you know, it's like, click, boop, oh, gone. Tell my friend Action Jackson last night was just like, oh yeah, I've just bought the Explorers. And I went, the Explorers? And he's like, yeah. You know, the forgotten classic. I was like, I know what the fucking Explorers is. And he's like, yeah. And he's paid like something like $5.99 or maybe $8.99, right in that price point. price point. And then you see, oh yeah, it's on me cloud. And I went, what happens one day if you haven't got the internet? It's like, poof, gone. Like, what happens if you got, like, poof, gone? I mean, what happens if I want to watch the Explorers? Oh, poof, here it is. Good old VHS. You know, save the day. No one's going to steal that. I mean, again, the Explorers. Poof, gone.
We'll zoom just so everyone can see how far the zoom in to do this. That's amazing. Yeah. It's fucking telescopic.
He said it was a good zoom, like.
We're going to Vegas. Keep it coming, lads. And we're in.
Here's another outtake for you. I've just found another little mini DV camera. This is the one with a ridiculously long zoom on it. I lent this to a few bands when they went on tour back in the day. It's quite heavy, that one. Again, not great for like if your desk load, no tape in there, but top loader. All like top loaders, but they're big fault with that one. Can never shut it. I remember this now because that there is like a filler, and that's where you've got like your firewire cable on that one, and your AV. That's the actual mains. That the firewire is on that one. Yeah, TV camera there. A little heavy on that. Just in the box. Just in the box. But yeah, next outtake.
I caused carnage today looking for something. Do you want to know, actually, like, you want to talk about your childhood and remember forgetting where stuff come from? I'll show you what I've just been looking for ages. See, there's a few things we're moving, all the boxes, especially like, especially this room, because this room's all purple carpet. The rest of the 4 rooms up here, and the stairs are all black. And like, when we're moving in, because the chimney fell down the old house, like, the guy came and he brought the wrong fucking carpet, so we had to literally stuff between 2 different fucking rooms. We meant to do 2 rooms one day, 2 rooms the next, the stairs and the other rooms the next after that. What a for fuck's sake. And everything got shuffled around, so like I was doing the podcast for Transformers, and I went to send the lads the picture of me original VHS, and I was like, what the fuck's that? And I used to have them in the collection. I was like, so they must have been absorbed into the video towers. I think that's me, Sherlock Holmes. And I was like, well, where's the Thomas the Tank Mat? Now, funny story about this. I was going down the rabbit hole there. Dun 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 dun. I had that as a kid and then lost it. Then discovered that my mum had put it flat underneath my mattress in my bed, and then I lost it again for years and then got it. And then was sorting everything out. I was like, comes even Thomas the Tank Mat. It's one of those childhood things, you know what I mean? It's like, I lost a lot when I was a kid. Like, not just family, you know, just, you know, I held on to a few things. And like, there's memories in physical media and memories in life that you just cannot replace. I mean, it's gone, it's gone. There's nothing you can do, but you know, some people don't care. Gone, poof, miserable. But yeah, capturing, living, hoarding. Right, see you in the next bit probably.
So much easier now, though, isn't it? Oh yeah, it's on a cloud. Like, oh, gone. No firewire needed up there. Well, then what happens if that cloud goes down? I had that once. Again, it's one of those things. Yeah, over 20 years. So people ask me where the fuck like Abraham came from. Abraham's always been there. Abraham gets his name from the Mason Bible. Abraham Gray was born and died years ago. Years ago. Still born. But like, it's hard like even watching the footage back now, and I see some old footage and you look at it and you go, why don't I remember that from my point of view? Because somebody else has filmed that and I've known the scene. Like, I don't remember from my point of view. I remember me being there, and that's where life gets complicated. So yeah, think of how easy you got. Think it. Oop, cloud. Right. It's fucking random as fuck video. Right, thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.
And now